Hello my lovely, Sophia here. Welcome back to my channel, Sophia Psychic Tarot. Now before I start, for those of you who are regular subscribers and who follow my channel, I have got a different setup. I'm trying to do my readings going forward with me in the readings, but some days I will wear my hair up, sometimes I got it down, but for those of you who saw yesterday's, I had my hair down so you didn't see the little earpiece in. Today I've got it scooped back so you can see it. So it's because when I was doing the readings where you just saw my hands that the camera was a lot closer, so I had a little connecting mic that I hooked on my clothes. Now that the camera is further away so that you can see me more, I've got this little Bluetooth device in. So that explains that, if you wonder why if you think I'm on the phone. So also today's reading is going to be a pick a card reading to see what 2020 holds for you. So we're going to look at different areas. Again, I have not put any cards under these piles. I shuffle as I go along, bringing through what Spirit and the angels are guiding me to bring for you. So we're going to look at sort of general messages, love, work, home, spirit messages, your thoughts, okay, a little sort of a variety of things that Spirit wants to bring through for you. Now please remember, it is general, my lovelies. You're welcome to book a reading. See the description box below for how to book a reading on any subject that you like, okay? Also, if you are new to my channel, I channel Spirit and the angels, mainly Archangel Michael, but I do have my spirit guides who work with me. So the cards are more a visual confirmation for you, because quite often we'll be talking, I'll be saying something that I'm channeling, and then they'll draw me to a certain deck, I'll pull it, and out comes a card that backs up what they've been saying, okay? Because a lot of you do follow readers who purely use the cards, so you know what a lot of the cards sort of represent, even though we all see them sort of differently, really. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you also want to make sure you don't miss any videos that I upload, press the alert button. And also if you like the video, then please press the like button, because it does something to the algorithm, so more people get to see it. And especially as this is a message for 2020, it might help a lot of people who wouldn't normally see my video come up in their suggested videos. Right, so we have pile 1, 2 and 3. The timestamps will be in the description box below. Some of my lovely viewers do post them in the comments section, but I always put them in the description box. And they will be, this one will be added to the pick a card playlist that I have. So again, if you're new, I have lots of pick a card readings that may help you. Okay, you're drawn to certain readers, you're drawn to certain thumbnails that you see and messages, because they're there to help you, so that it's something you should know. Okay, my lovely. So pile 1, 2 and 3. So I'll leave you to choose a pile and see you in a moment. Okay, my lovelies, for those of you who chose pile number 1, let's have a look and see what 2020 will bring for you. So let's pop that there. Like I say, there was nothing under there, so I'm not going to use them. So they are guiding me first of all to these cards. So I'm just going to pull some general messages for the year ahead, and then I'm going to focus on specific areas of your life. So, dear Spirit Guides and Angels, what messages do you have for the viewer who chose pile number 1, please? For any general messages for the year 2020, what do they need to know, look out for, etc. Okay, so the first card is the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups, as you can see, this woman is looking at the 3 cups that are spilt over, but she's not focusing on the 2 cups that are stood behind her. So in a way, they're saying, right, straight off the bat, that if any of you are feeling sad, miserable, waiting for somebody to come back, wondering if you're ever going to get back with somebody, or there is another miserable situation around you, it could be with family, it could be with friends, it may be a job, anything in your life, focus on the good points about it. So if it's love, focus on the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups represents that what you're feeling, they're feeling, what they're feeling, you're feeling. Don't look at the cups that are spilt on the floor. Don't cry over spilt milk. Okay? What they're telling me is don't go in to 2020 with the sadness, regrets, the negativity that you had from 2019. Okay? Move forward. Now, it's quite weird because on this card as well, there is no way you're going to see it because it is tiny, tiny little dot. It's a swan swimming around on the lake. So they're drawing me to that, saying it's a bit like the story of the ugly duckling that blossomed into a beautiful swan. So they're saying you can either keep yourself in a low energy, low vibration, looking at replaying over and over in your mind sadness, sorrow, negativity, things that happen in 2019 that they don't want you to take into 2020, because you can change into a positive. Any negative thoughts we have, we can change into a positive. Now, if you think I'm just rambling, this is what I'm channeling from Spirit. This is part of the reading. This is the reading. Okay, like I say, the cards they want me to pull as confirmation to you as and when they're ready to. But at the moment, I'm just channeling. So they're saying they don't want you to take into 2020 anything negative from 2019, because you're better than that, they're saying. You know, we're only here once. This is not a dress rehearsal. We're only here once in this physical body. Okay, we're going to come back in a different body next time for a different life's lesson. But don't take that sadness forward. Don't look at the spilt milk. Don't cry over spilt milk. Look at the positives in your life still, whether it be the positives still in a love connection that you may not see because you're focusing on the bad points. The friends and family you do have around you. You know, if you're in a bad job, you can get a better job. You know, you're not stuck forever in one situation. Life is what you make it, my lovelies. Now they want me to move on. So what other messages, please? What other messages for the viewers who chose pile number 1? Yeah, with this card, okay, she's looking frustrated. She's just staring at the floor, looking, you know, frowning and looking frustrated. And they're saying, you know, even on the hills behind her is the dark side and then the light side. The sun is shining on the light side. So they're saying, please stop focusing on negative things that happened in 2019, because 2020 is a totally different year. And if you want to start the year in a low vibration, it will take you longer to appreciate the things you have in your life and what you can have in your life. Now they're drawing me to one of these cards. So what message do you have, please? Yeah, for some of you, you know, when you're focusing on the 3 spilt cups, you're in a soulmate relationship. But they're also telling me that a soulmate relationship is not just as lovers. It is as friends and family as well. Anybody who comes into your life, even work colleagues, bosses, experiences that you have, are to grow your soul, for your soul's growth. Okay? So for some of you, if you are focusing on the spilt cups and not the 2 of cups, then, you know, what are you being frustrated for? This is a soulmate relationship. It will happen when it's meant to happen. Okay, so in the meantime, why be negative about it? If you feel that connection, be positive. Picture yourself with your person instead of dwelling on them not being in your life, because your thoughts create. So for others of you, you know, there are other people around you who can still support you, who are soulmates, whether, like I say, family, friends. Okay, Archangel Michael would like to say something on this. So what message do you have, please? A favourable outcome. Now, he's been coming out a lot with this card this week in my daily mini reads on the community tab. So he's saying, thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. Archangel Michael is the archangel to help you with courage, strength, trust, faith, belief, wisdom, just going forward fearlessly. Okay, so he's saying don't go into 2019 with this low vibration, negative energy, negative thoughts. You know, it will be okay, but you have to do. It's like a lot of people think that us readers or spirit can wave a magic wand and everything will be perfect in an instant. It's not, my darlings. You have to do that work yourself. They can only offer guidance through us readers and through signs that you see around you as well. You know, they do come into your dreams. They come in to show you little signs, synchronicities around you that you're on the right path or that you're not. And your inner guidance, your inner sat-nav. Okay, your intuition will also tell you and guide you. So what are the messages, please, for the year 2020 for the viewers who chose pile number 1? The Tower. Okay, so for some of you, they're telling me that if you do go into 2020 and you're negative and you're low and this carries on for sort of January, February, they're going to bring a tower moment in for you. Because the Tower is divine coming in like this bolt of lightning to crash everything down to the floor, to make you sit up and take notice, because those changes are here. Okay? With the Death card, which is major changes, the end of the old, beginning of the new. It's there to say you can change things. So that sort of comes out as a sort of pre-warning, if you like. I know we haven't had it here, but they have been channeling that not to take this negative energy through. Because what they're going to do is give you a tower moment that is going to make you sit up and take notice. So, and it's not always very pleasant, but it's another life's lesson. Okay, so it's like the man who built his house on sand. It washed away so that he could build it on rock, which was a firmer, more solid foundation. So for some of you, you could be having this tower moment. If you cannot get yourself out of this, if you can get this out, then I feel that there will be a tower moment, but it will be a good point just to shuffle your life, because 2020 is going to be quite a significant year for a lot of us. Okay, there's a lot of changes and things. You know, 2019, if you like, has been the preparation ground, and 2020 is going to be the show ground, if you like, the actual performance. So they're telling me that for some of you, they will bring in these changes, but it's going to be a big shake-up to guide you into something more positive. But for others of you dwelling in negative, low vibrations, thinking of the things you don't have in your life instead of the things you do have in your life and what you could have in your life, then they're bringing this tower for you. Yeah, so the Lovers card, okay? So they're saying that with the Five of Cups, because it is emotions, okay, and you could be missing somebody, you could be thinking, oh, you know, this, that and the other. Woe betide me, they're not in my life. I can't do anything unless they're in my life. They're going to bring in this tower moment, okay? Before you can connect with them, before you're back in this soulmate relationship, because you've not done your work from 2019. You're still carrying it forward. For others of you, I feel that there might be a breakdown in a current relationship that you're in that perhaps has been on rocky ground, and they're going to knock it away so that you can find a soulmate who is right for you. Another message, please. And I feel with the Eight of Wands, it's going to happen quite quickly. It's going to come in quickly. Because like this Eight of Wands, the boat's sailing off in the background and the woman sat there ignoring the Eight of Wands. You know, basically she's missed her boat because she failed to act. She failed to do any work. She just sat there looking glum, looking like, oh, well, you know, and the boat sailed off. So do you want to miss your boat, or are you going to have this tower moment? You know, like we say, we can't wave a magic wand for you, my lovelies. You have to do the work yourself. So when this tower moment happens, for your greater good, they're telling me, then you will have the Ten of Pentacles. But they're advising that you do this work yourself first so that there isn't a tower moment. Because the tower moment, like I say, is sometimes a painful lesson, even though it works out for our greater good. But at the time we think, what the hell happened here? Okay, so they want me to look now at more specific areas. So I'm going to look at love. So dear Spirit Guides, dear Angels, what messages do you have for the viewers who chose pile number 1 regarding love and relationships, please? The Six of Cups. So some of you may still be thinking about, like we said, a past connection. Some of you may be having somebody from your past return here. You may be thinking about somebody from your past and then they pop back up into your life. Or, you know, this past connection that they're saying has got a favourable outcome, but you're going to have to get out of this negative low vibration first. Yeah. Be like this is a bit like the Empress or the Emperor, you know, being in full control, full power here, a bit like the Queen or King of Swords as well. So being in control, so that's why they were drawing me to those, because once you're in your full power and have learned, you will come back into union with that person, or it will draw the person to you who is meant to be in your life. And the Emperor, okay? So that's showing that, as I was saying, you know, be in your power. The Emperor is in control. He's got sort of the globe in his hand, or the crystal ball, if you like, as well as the world, sort of whichever way you want to look at it. So it's wisdom, it's clarity. He's got the victory wreath on his head. You know, he knows what he wants, and that's what they're wanting you to come into, to be in your power. You know, in this deck, we've got the one where she's drowning in the water, trying to reach out. Then she's coming out of the water with a sword, gaining that strength and clarity. But then you've got this card that is them telling you that they want you to be in this full control, full power, full positive vibration. For some of you, you know, your person is going to have this tower moment, and then they're going to come forward as the Emperor or the Empress. You'll know how it resonates. If you're in a low vibration, then it's for you. If you've done your work and you're feeling positive, my lovely, then it's going to be them who comes into their power. And what do we have here? The Lovers. Okay? It's got the angel watching over them. Fingers crossed. This is fine. You've got the divine masculine or the divine feminine, whichever way you want to look at it, coming back, weary, battered, bruised, but falling back into your arms. Somebody from your past returning. To bring you that security, financially and emotionally, that you wanted. Or that you deserve. They're telling me that you deserved. So a romance angel card here. Now, they're not giving me timings at all here, because everybody is going to be at a different stage. If you haven't done your work, then you've got to do your work. When you've done your work, then union will happen, or somebody from your past will return. Maybe somebody new in your life. You know, you might not have had a relationship with this person. You might have known them at school or college, university, a next job. You know, they might have been in a circle of friends. But talking to friends, let your friends help you. But just whoever is meant to be in your life will turn up in 2020. This is the message they're giving me there. So let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So in the meantime, while you're doing your work, catch up with friends, let family and friends help you, okay? It's too many. Excuse me. But make the effort. You've got to make the effort. Okay? Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And at the bottom, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, and it is. 2020 is going to be very significant for a lot of us. So, dear Spirit Guides, what message do you have regarding home life, please. What message do you have for the viewers who chose pile number 1 regarding their home life, please? So the Judgment card. So I got a feeling straight away from that I got through new things here. So for some of you, you could be moving home in 2020, moving area, moving abroad, whatever. Movement. They're telling me movement. Because it's the end of one chapter now. We're going into a new year and a new decade. So again, let your friends help you and family help you and support you. Let people help you, they're telling me to tell you. But also the Judgment card is about judging people. So don't judge people, don't judge yourself. If you feel that other people are judging you, what does it matter? That's their problem, not your problem. Think about how far you've come. They're telling me. Think about how far you've come in your life, especially over the last 10 years, the last decade. But don't dwell on the negatives. It's a new decade. Go into it positively. For others of you, think about where you'd want to be living. You might be wanting to move, but you're thinking, I can't afford it, and that. It's a whole new year. As you know, things change all the time, from month to month, week to week, day to day. So just because you're sat here now at the end of 2019 thinking, well, what a load of shit, the year hasn't even started yet. If it takes a month, 6 months, 12 months, it will happen in that time, my lovelies. And what do we have here? The world. If you want to travel, if you want to move, if you want to move area, move abroad, the world is your oyster, they're telling me. Do what you want to do. Don't sit there like this woman in this, like the 7 of Cups, thinking all of these choices and options and thoughts going around my head is doing my head in, because you're not going to break free of that. You've got to break free of this to move forward. I'll pop that one back in here. Work. Let's look at work. Okay, they want me to go back to these. So what message do you have regarding work, career, studies for the viewers who chose pile number 1, please? This cup here, the 9 of Cups, is not a jolly celebrating card. She's looking fed up and bored. So a lot of you might be fed up and bored in your job. You feel that you're just stagnating there. Nothing's really moving. There's no room for promotion. There's no room for growth. You're bored of being boring. Because you're chaining yourself to this negative energy. Better the devil I know. I know this job. I'm comfortable here. It saves me making the effort going and finding another job. Oh, it'll be all right. It will get better. I'm sure it'll get better. And then it doesn't. Now, this woman on the Devil card is chained to the devil. She's got handcuffs around her. But she's looking there, pondering, sort of, So, the choice is yours. Do you want to stay fed up and tied to a job because you can't be bothered to look for another job? Or you think it's going to get better when you know in your heart it's not. You've given it long enough. The choice is yours. Like we say, Spirit, the angels and readers can't force you to do something. It's for guidance only. Yeah, so be patient. Have a bit of patience as well with yourself or other people around you. So why they're bringing that in is, for some of you, you are bored, you're fed up in a job, then go find another job. There's always another job out there for you. There's always something you can do. As one door opens, as one door closes, another door opens. So for some of you, they're saying with the Temperance card, it's in divine timing. But you've got to put your part of the effort in as well. You're not going to open your front door one day and a job's going to suddenly appear on your doorstep. You've got to actively look for work as well. There may be some of you where you hear of a job by chance and it pops up. You know, that always occurs for some people. For others of you, they're saying you might be in a job that you like, but other people are annoying you, or you're feeling frustrated with them. But they're saying, well, go with the flow. You know, sometimes when we're in a big office environment or a work environment where there's lots of work colleagues, everybody's got their little niggles and things that's going on in their lives. But then we get drawn into that. It's very easy to get drawn into other people's problems or gossip. And you're not hearing all the sides of the story. So they're saying, right, step back, be patient. If you're losing your patience with somebody, change the story in your thoughts. If you're going to keep thinking, oh, for frick's sake, Bob's coming today and I hate Bob. He just sits there moan all day. He's lazy. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. Or I hate my manager. I hate my boss. Oh, everybody's so negative in this place. Then change your thoughts. Your thoughts create. Oh, Bob's lovely. He's so wonderful. He always chats to me. He's always so helpful. My manager's amazing. They're always really supportive. Everybody's so happy in this place. It's no good you just thinking it once. Keep thinking it, and you will see that people change around you. Okay? The Sun card, you know, what's going to make you happy in your work, studies, career, anything. On that side, I mean, what's going to make you happy? For a lot of you, I'm being told that summer is going to be significant. The summer, when I talk of summer where I am, it is June, July and August. Okay, and at the bottom of the pack, funnily enough, was the stress card. You know, do you want to remain stressed, negative, stuck in a job you don't want to be in for another year, or are you going to do, something about it? Okay, so that's regarding work. Love, work, finances. Let's have a look at finances. They're drawing me back to these. So what messages do you have for the viewers who chose pile number 1 for finances? This is so long. I dread to think what pile 2 and 3 is going to go on like. But I'm channeling. So finances, the Queen of Rods. So for some of you, you actively doing things that that can help you financially, like if it's changing jobs or whatever. For others of you, I feel that a mother or an older woman, I am getting woman definitely. So a mother figure might help you this year financially. You may have a female boss or a female co-worker who helps you financially. Your partner may be female. They might have something happen in their lives that changes the financial situation. But also, like I say, you doing your part as well. Yeah. The 5 of Swords here. There could be annoyances around money. They're bringing it through as annoyances, not gossip, but annoyances around money. So they're saying, but, you know, on this 5 of Swords, she's trapped. She's sat there with 4 swords around her and 1 over her with her hands tied behind her back with 2 people running away. So it's not like the other 5 of Swords where you've got all the swords and the other people are looking like, because you've defeated them. This is like you're only going to trap yourself. So regarding money and finances, step outside of the box, they're saying. Yeah, be like the Queen of Swords. Determined, cuts crap out of her life that's no longer serving her. You know, being determined, I know what I want, this is what I'm going to have, and that's what I'm going to get. Okay, it might not happen overnight, but that's my goal, that's what I'm working towards. If that doesn't serve me, then I'm not going to put up with it anymore. It's done. It's dusted. Don't get emotional about it though. Try and remain like the Queen of Swords in your truth. Letting your emotions come in. Again, you know, a boat sailing off past you is all sort of willy-nilly. Oh, well, you know, well, don't be like that, my lovelies. You've got to remain in the Queen of Swords energy here. And again, trapping yourself. Okay, trapping yourself, playing the victim in this. I can't do anything. I can't move things forward. Oh, I can't is all that Spirit's telling me. They don't want to hear I can't. They want you to be positive and be powerful. Yeah, then you will have movement. Okay, then there will be movement. Some of you may move areas so that you get, that may be more financially rewarding for you, they're telling me here. They want me to pull one of these. Practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. Okay, so affirmations, visualizations. Perhaps you need to study for something that will bring in better money for you. Perhaps you've been putting off something. You want to learn a new skill, but you've been putting off things. Perfect timing. This is a perfect time in 2020. This is the right time for you to move forward. So don't trap yourself. Okay? And your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. So the angels and your spirit guides are listening, but they can't do it for you if you don't put the work in yourself. So let's round this up. Let's bring in some of these cards for any final messages, please. The Star card fell out. They want me to take all of these. Okay, the Star card with the King of Swords and the World card. So they're saying the future you can have whatever you want, but be like the King and Queen of Swords, determined, fearless, positive. And then the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you, okay? The end of the old, beginning of the new. What's fated will come into your life, but you have to put the work in first. Right, Archangel Michael wants to finish on a card here. So basically, for the viewers who chose pile number 1, a lot of work that you still need to be doing, but you can change things. It depends how you look. What is your mental diet? Is it negative, so you're attracting negative all the time, or is it positive, so you can attract positive into your life? Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. What was I saying about visualizations? That, dear God, thank you for granting me the wisdom and creativity to see your miracles in new and unexpected ways. I gratefully and gracefully accept and appreciate your help. There you go. New beginnings and a fresh start. Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support, and for helping me release and heal my past. What we've been talking about. Fill me with trust as I experience these life's changes. There you go, my lovelies. So I hope that this reading helps you going forward into 2020. Remember, we've got the whole year ahead of us, 12 months to go yet. So I'll leave that reading with you. Love and light. Okay, my lovelies, for those of you who chose pile number 2, let's look at what 2020 brings for you. Pile 1 went on quite some time because, like I say, I'm channeling spirit here. So we're going to look at general messages first for the year ahead, then love, home and work, okay, and finances, and any other messages that they bring through. So, dear spirit guides, dear angels, what messages do you have for the viewers who chose pile number 2, please? What messages do you have for them for the year ahead, 2020, please? Okay, so with the Page of Wands, this one is telling me, I'm not going on the Page of Wands at all, the meaning of it. I'm going on the picture that they're guiding me to. They draw me to different decks because of the different images that they show. So they're telling me that for some of you, you're feeling frustrated. So you might be going into 2020 with some frustration that you're taking over from 2019. But they're telling me to tell you, look at the positives, not the negatives. They're drawing me to the light side of this card. If you could see, there's like the darkness and then the light side. So they're saying, don't be negative. Don't go into 2020 with negatives. Go in with positives. If you're frustrated about something, They're drawing me to these. If you're frustrated, then you can change things. You know, this is a new, we're entering a new decade now. Here. Yeah, be like the emperor. You know, stand in your power here. Some of you may be literally frustrated with a male around you. So it could be a father figure, your partner, an ex-lover, a manager, a boss. So they're bringing through that changes can be made here. You can change things. If it's, they're bringing through paperwork as well, so that it could be something you're frustrated about because this person has got something that you need to sort out with paperwork involved. You'll know what it means. Remember, it's general, okay? It's not going to resonate for all of you, but for some of you there is paperwork involved, contracts, legal things, okay? But for others of you, you can change this. You can become, they're telling me that, and this is very hard for a lot of us to accept, that we are all equals. We're all born into this world the same way, and we will all pass out of this world. Not all the same way, but you know, we come into this world, we go out of this world. So what you do in the meantime is you learn and you grow. Just because you've got a boss, or yeah, they want me to use that example first. So if you've got a boss that you're frustrated with or whatever, yes, they might be your boss. Yes, they might own the company, or they might be your manager, but they're all people at the end of the day. You know, the president, the queen, the prime minister or whatever of your countries and that, they're all people. So what they're trying to say, because it's what they're trying to say is remain in your power. You are a person in your own right. Don't put anybody above you or over you. Yes, obviously have respect for your boss. You're not going to waltz around work saying, I'm just as good as you are, tosser. You know, they don't mean that. They're meaning if you feel devalued or you're frustrated, you don't have to keep yourself in that situation. You can better yourself. You can be positive. You can come into your own power. You can start your own business. You can do whatever you like if you put your mind to it, is what they're trying to say. Rather than going around slacking your boss off. If you're in a partnership or you're in no communication with somebody, again, don't put this person over you or above you. Put yourself first. Love yourself first. Come into your own power here. Right, what other message do you have, please? Just got image of you all walking around going into work going, fuck you. Right, turn your back on things that are not serving you anymore. Look at what else you can be doing here. Whether it is emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, look at what else will give you what you need in your life. Nobody else can give it for you, to you. You can only do it for yourself. Like I was saying in pile 1, you know, we can't wave a magic wand and hocus pocus, everything will be fine. You have to put the work in yourself. This is just for guidance. So don't trap yourself. Look at this 8 of Wands. It's not moving quickly. There's a boat sailing off in the background. She's sat there ignoring it. And there's a crow there saying, what the fuck? You've just missed an opportunity. Okay, so you can sit there and you can procrastinate and you can just sit there thinking, oh, well, No, you know, you can do something about it. If you want to miss opportunities, then that's up to you and remain frustrated. But like with pile 1, a bit the same message because they want everybody to be doing this. So it'll probably come out in pile 3 as well. That leave behind the negatives of 2019, go forward into 2020. It's a new decade. 2019 was a bit like the warm-up show, the preparation, the not preview, but when you're training for a show, if you're going to put on a performance, you do the practice, don't you, first? You learn your lines, you do this and you do that. So that's what you should have been doing in 2019. If you feel you haven't and you go into 2020 not having done that, then the show and the show at the big top, you know, the circus, won't take place until you do your work, until you've learnt your lines and you've got it to perfection. I do love the analogies they bring through sometimes. Now, like I was saying in pile 1, you know, I'm not sat here waffling. This is the reading that I'm channeling. The cards, they will ask me, you know, they will speak and then they'll say, pull a card from such and such a deck to reaffirm what they're saying as a visual to you, okay? So, you can move things on yourselves, my lovelies. You can change things into positives. So you have a good look at what you want in life. Now, she's holding on to one rod here, which is like the Ace of Rods. New beginnings, new starts, passions, you know, things you're passionate about, people you're passionate about. But look and have a look at what you want in your lives. Now, they want me to pull one of these cards. No, Archangel Michael wants to come in. So, Archangel Michael, what message do you have, please? For the viewers who chose pile number 2. Write about your thoughts and feelings. Excuse me. Thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom so I can clearly express myself and glean insight, blessings and healing. So he's saying what you can do is you can write things down. You know, write down, say it's a job. Write down the good points about it, write down the bad points about it. Are there more bad points or are there more good points? Then decide. A relationship, friendship, anything. Write down good and bad points about it. Write down your feelings so that you're seeing your progress as well. Wants me to pull another one. But keep your eyes on your targeted intention. A bit like this one, you know, looking out here. This one, looking out. Okay? Look at what else is around you. What can you do? Don't just sit there. You have to do the work yourself. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. And you created this situation and you have the power to change it, which is what we always say, your thoughts create. If you want to remain negative, you'll create negative situations and people into your life. If you want to be positive, you'll attract positive people and situations into your life. Thank you for letting me lean on your strength and for reminding me of my personal power. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. And then the other card I just saw was self-respect. Having that self-respect for you. Like we were saying, don't put people over you or above you. What other message, please? What other message? So basically, going into the new year, thinking about what you can do to change things. What can make your life better? Morning affirmations. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. We all manifest. Every day we manifest with our thoughts. So if you're thinking negative, you will attract negative. If you're thinking positive, you'll attract positive. So by saying morning affirmations, I am happy, I am confident, I am this, I am that. There's lots on YouTube you can find out, my lovelies. They want me to pull one of these for some reason. What message do you have, please, for the viewers who chose pile number 2 for 2020, please? Spiritual teacher. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. So for some of you, you know, keep watching readings that us spiritual healers and light workers can help you, to guide you, so that you're hearing messages from spirit and the angels. For others of you, you are light workers yourself. We're all light workers in effect, but some of us choose not to use it and dwell in the negative, lower vibrations. You may be thinking, well, I'm not spiritual at all. But you may be one of those people where your friends come and ask you for advice because you're good at giving wise advice and good advice. You're a spiritual teacher. You're helping other people. Right, so what messages do we have in love? No, they want me to put one of these first. They haven't finished. What other message, please, for 2020, please, for the viewers who chose pile number 2? New beginnings. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. That's why you're drawn to readings or drawn to have a reading. You know, you may have a reading locally in your area. So that you can get advice and guidance. But also, you know, there are new beginnings there, but you have to put that effort in. The angels and the universe have got your back if you're willing to put the work in, they're telling me. So what messages do you have regarding love and relationships? Now, relationships don't just have to be with a loved person. Here. Come into your power. If you have done your work through 2019, good on you, they're saying. You know, you are in your Emperor and Empress divine power. If not, then you still have work to do to come into that power here. Go forward fearlessly, like the Knight of Swords. He's going forward. He's cutting out any rubbish in his life that's no longer serving him. He's not taking no for an answer. He's going forward determined. Charge, onwards and upwards, they're telling me. Onwards and upwards. Yeah. Follow your inner beliefs. Some of you might have to change those beliefs, but following they're showing me more this as the High Priestess for some reason, because they're telling me to tell you, you know, follow your inner sat nav here. Follow what you truly believe in and commit to it. Okay, commit to it. What is it you truly want in your love and relationships, whether it is a happy family life, a loving partner, good friends around you? You know, you can do this with changing your thoughts from negative to positive. Create the life that you want. And soulmate relationship. You may be in a soulmate relationship. You may be in no communication in a soulmate relationship. You may be having new people in your life who are soulmate friends or family members or relationships. But there is, and group 1 got this as well, 2020 is going to be big. A lot of people are going to be coming into your life, a lot of changes. So we've got the new beginnings, new starts. We've got, you know, keeping your eye on your targeted intentions here and soulmate relationships, but being firm and being bold here. Romance angels. Woo. Okay, they wanted me to use that one. Is unrequited love. So there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So for some of you, you may be in a relationship that is dwindling now. Okay, it's not served its purpose in 2019. So they're saying cut it out of your life. Stick to what you value and to somebody you want to be committed to. Because there is a soulmate relationship coming in. trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. For some of you, you may be holding on to a connection that isn't going to go anywhere. But only a personal reading could tell you that, okay? Or your inner guidance and truth here. Two more on love and relationships, please. So be strong, okay? Have strength and courage here. Be strong to make the changes that you need to make here. And then you will draw in somebody to you, I'm being told. The person who is right for you will show up. And you'll have that happy family life. Connect with nature. And we have this a lot comes out because you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. But when you ground yourself, you know, if you took your socks and shoes off or your shoes off and you stood on the earth or the grass or on a beach, you are grounding yourself. You're reconnecting back to nature. You can obviously just go out for a walk in nature. I do. If things get too much for me, I say to my husband, right, we're going out for the day, we're going for a walk. And I feel a zillion times better when I come back. Walking in nature is free. Okay, it's free, they're saying, but it's also good for grounding you. You don't have to physically stand there in bare feet. You can if you want to. But just going for a walk, appreciating nature and the world around you, releasing your anxiety, your negatives into the air so that positives come back to you. What messages regarding home, please, for the viewers who chose pile number 2? The World card. So I'm getting a couple of things through. They're telling me for some of you, a bit like pile 1, movement, travel, exploring the world here. For others of you, you know, moving house as well. Moving area, moving house. But for some of you, what do you want, they're saying? What do you want to make your home environment more peaceful, more harmonious, more happy? Think about what you want. So that you can have that 10 of Pentacles. You've got the 10 of Cups that was at the bottom of the pack, but now the 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles? Pentacles. It's all a bit pants. The 10 of Pentacles. So thinking about your family security, your family finances, and your home. What will make you a happy bunny? They're telling me. And the Hierophant. You know, is it commitment to somebody? Do you want to commit to somebody? Do you want... the Hierophant for me, when I see it like this, isn't just the home. But sticking to your inner beliefs and your core values like we had before. What you truly believe in to get your financial security and your emotional security. They don't want me to pull any more of these. What other card, please? Sorry. One of these. Yeah, justice will be done. But justice is also legalities, but it's balance and harmony. The scales are balanced here. So, again, thinking about what you want to get what you want, okay? But for others of you, there could be, you know, legal things with house move, selling a home, getting a mortgage, renting, okay? Or, you know, selling a house, getting a loan to do a house up, you know, lots of different things. But with the Lovers card, they're telling me here, do what you want that you will love doing and who you want to be with is the message they're giving you there. So let's look at work and career and studies or whatever, please. So the Two of Pentacles, weighing things up here. For some of you, you may be weighing up a job situation. Do I go for that job, but it's not as much money as that job? You know, what about my finances? For others of you, weighing up whether you want to stay in a job or go into another job. But they're saying the choice is yours. It's your decision. We're there to support you. For some of you, there could be, with the Six of Cups, they're telling me that there's either somebody from your past, a past friend or somebody or past work colleague might be helpful here. So say you worked at Jolly's 10 years ago or a couple of years ago. Then you might be in a job and somebody from Jolly's approaches you, or there's an opportunity to work back at Jolly's or something. That sort of situation they're bringing through. For others of you, it could be something you've done in your past that you want to return to doing, or a thought you had in your past. You know, you might have gone to university, you might have studied for something and gone in a completely different direction, but now you might want to come back into that direction. You know, lots of anything, weighing things up, juggling things around, but there's a past connection as well, whether it's a person or a job or a situation. But don't miss the boat. This Queen of Cups is sat there dithering. She's too much in her emotions, and a boat sailing off in the background. But so don't dither too long, they're saying, because you will miss an opportunity that is perfect for you. Yeah, be forthgiving, okay? Come forward. If somebody's offering you something, then take it. If it feels right, obviously. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth was what they were bringing through on that one. They want me to pull one of these. Do some research. Some of you may need to study. Okay, you might be wanting to go into a different job or take a different career path, but you've got to do some study first or take a course. You need more information about this situation. Look into it further before proceeding. And everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. And spring. So spring for me is March, April and May. So something might happen around those months for you. But everything's okay. Let's have a look at love. They want me to do. Did we do love? Not wholly. So let's look at love and relationships, please. For the viewer who chose pile number 2. So the Emperor. Let me just pop another one down because they're giving me a couple of things on this one. Yeah. Okay, so for some of you, come back into your own power, my lovelies. Your own divine power, whether it's the Emperor or the Empress. Okay, but the Victory card is here. So if you can do that, the world's your oyster, they're telling me, in love. For others of you, you're going to have your counterpart, you know, divine masculine or divine feminine, come back to you. Because I do feel this, and I've been saying in my readings for the last few weeks, you know, I'm recording this at the end of December 2019, so you might be watching this in 2020. But for some of you who are watching it now when I've uploaded it, Christmas is going to be a significant time in the new year for new things to happen in 2020. I might have already done love, actually. But they're wanting me to carry on with it. Because didn't we get relationships under here? When I'm channeling, I'm in a different zone. Right, it's divine time in the Temperance card, okay? The divine's got this. It will happen when it's going to happen. There may be a Tower moment first, because they might have to get out of something, or you've got to get out of something. Okay, but Tower moment's going to be here. But then the future is brighter. It's positive. Be positive. Okay, they want me to bring in a romance angel again. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So just relax, be playful. It's coming in, okay? 2020 is seeing a lot of changes for you. Right, so we've done home, romance, career here. What other messages do we have? What other messages do you have? Any other messages for 2020 for the viewers who chose pile number 2, please? Events coming in quickly. This is going to be a lot of swift action this year for you. But only if you don't sit there like this 8 of Wands procrastinating over it. It's a big word for me to say that. Oh, I've got itchy nose. So for some of you, move things on yourself. You can do it. You can do it, they're saying. Have the confidence. Have the strength. Onwards and upwards. For others of you, events are going to come in quickly anyway. Okay, there's going to be offers here. More security for you. More emotional and financial security for you. It might start off small at first, but I feel it will get bigger. Any other messages? And love offers coming in as well. So the full whammy, you know, financial, emotions, love. Here. And the Hierophant again. We've had it twice already and again. So there is commitment this year. For some of you, you're going to get married this year or engaged this year. There are big, massive shifts. There really are. 2020 is going to be massive for a lot of us. But really sticking to your values and your beliefs. Have you wandered off the path from the, you know, when we're children, we're innocent. We have our imagination and we want things. So I want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse. I want to be this. I want to be that. And I want to have this romantic partner who is like this, that and the other. But then go back to that and recreate that and push it forward. It's only society that dulls and numbs all our childhood things that we have. Because it's not normal. You know, don't have an imaginary friend. Don't believe in angels and spirit guides and this, that and the other. You know, it's to conform to society. But that's why a lot of readers are channeling stuff to show you the true spiritual world. It's going to be an emotional year, but an emotional rewarding year as well, they're telling me, for some of you. But some of you do have decisions to make here. It's your choice, it's your decisions as to which way you go. Don't miss opportunities, because then you will get your 10 of Pentacles. Look at that lovely treasure in that chest. It is going to be hard work. Some of you are going to have to learn something new. We do have this past connection again. Okay, so it's all sort of repeating what's already come out. So Archangel Michael, one final word, please. It's time to leave an unhealthy situation. So leaving things in 2019 that no longer serve you. You know, when I was saying about the childhood thing, and some of you might not have had a very good childhood, but we learn from the past. We can't change the past, but we can learn from the past to go forward into the future. So Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. They want me to pull one of these cards, so bear with me while I just pull one of these. Breathe. The breath is a vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside. connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. So, like we've been saying, you know, it has to come from within. Right, okay, my lovelies, I will leave that reading with you. Remember, we're, you know, when I upload this, it's still December 2019, so we're looking at the whole 12 months. If it takes a month to happen, 6 months to happen, or a year to happen, it will take what it needs to take. But a lot of changes coming in, but you also have to put the work in, my lovelies. We cannot wave a magic wand and make everything okay overnight. You have to put the work in and trust and believe in yourself, your spirit guides and angels. Love and light. Okay, my lovelies, for those of you who chose pile number 3, let's have a look at what 2020 has in store for you. So there's nothing underneath this card. They're not what they want me to use. So pile number 1 and 2 have been epic. They have been non-stop channeling stuff here. So yours will probably be epic too. So dear spirit guides and angels, what messages do you have for the viewers who chose pile number 3 for 2020, please? The Chariot. So you have a decision to make here. Going into 2020, making a decision and taking control of the reins, they're telling me here. Which path do you go in? Okay, but you are being divinely led. For some of you, they're saying if you're making a decision and you haven't got all the facts and all the knowledge that you need, just be patient. Wait a minute. Hold your horses here. Get all the information you need. For others of you who are thinking of making a decision or taking a decision, then the divine and spirit are around you. So a little bit of 2 messages there, but you'll know which one fits to you. It's not going to be for all of you, but there's going to be lots more other messages. So don't think just because it opened with that, there's nothing else here for you. There are. And once you've made this decision, commit to it, they're telling you. Because it is meant to be, they're saying. For some of you, you could be fed up here. This 9 of Cups isn't celebrating like on the other decks that I've got. She's sat here fed up. That sort of attitude. But they're saying you can change things, my lovelies. You can change things. You don't have to be in this negative, fed up vibration. You can change things. So whether it's a relationship, friendships, family, home, job, okay? You can change things. It's up to you. For some of you, you may be in your emotions. So they're saying that 2020 might be a bit of a roller coaster emotionally. Ups and downs, times where you're fed up, you're frustrated, you're bored, and other times where you're flying high. But that's life in general. But they're saying you can change things. That's all they keep saying is tell the viewers who chose pile number 3 that you can change things, my lovely. Archangel Michael wants to come in with a card here. Excuse me. Romance angels are helping you. So perhaps you're feeling that this is to do with a relationship. Then the romance angels are around you. But you can make a decision here and stick to it. A lot of times you put yourselves in situations that you don't need to be in, or you put yourselves in situations because of your thoughts, negative thoughts, etc. Okay, you don't have to be in that position. You're choosing to be in that position. So they're saying, you know, romance angels are around you as well to help you. But also he wants to pull another message. He's just saying that is for some of you that were worrying about relationships. You and your loved ones are safe. So they're basically watching over you and protecting you, helping you to feel secure. But have faith so that you can focus on your priorities and enjoy a healthy, happy life. So you can make these changes, they're saying. And your home is protected by angels as well. So what are the general messages, please, for the viewers who chose pile number 3? So the 4 of Cups. Now look on this card how she's hiding away there. So you may be hiding away from people around you because it's getting too much. You may want time alone after Christmas. You may want time with your thoughts to think about what you want for 2020. But for others of you, you may be in a situation, like we said at the beginning, that you are fed up and bored in. So change things, my lovelies, they're saying. You can change things. You know, in each of these piles so far, they've had quite a potent message for you all. So it might be worth looking at other ones and the other piles, because it's all stuff that will work for you all. Yeah, this card came out in pile 1, I think. You know, look at how far you've come. There's the dark side and the light side of these hills. You know, look at how far you've come and grown in 2019. So they're telling me to tell you what I've told pile 1 and 2. 2019 was like the dress rehearsal. That's the word I couldn't think of earlier. It was like a dress rehearsal. Getting rid of old stuff that's no longer serving you. Changing yourself. Purging. Having trust, faith and belief in yourself so that you can go into a new decade, a new year, more positive, more confident and knowing more. You learning a lot about yourself. For those of you that haven't done that work yet, then we had in pile 1 that a tower moment's going to come in from divine to crash everything down because you're not putting that work in. So it's going to force you to put that work in. Because 2020, you should have done that work in 2019. So it's a big shift. 2020 is going to be, you know, not the dress rehearsal anymore. This is going to be the show of a lifetime. Big changes coming in. So you can go look at things negatively. You know, there's going to be a tower moment. You can think of things positively and you can change your life here. What's going to make you happy? Now, for some of you, it's going to be the summer months. So for summer, for me, when I say summer months, is June, July and August. Okay, for others of you, just thinking about what's going to make you happy. Not hiding away, not feeling low, fed up, sad, emotional. Okay, you're protected. We've got that twice here. So think about what will make you happy. But for some of you, the changes are going to come in those months. With the King of Pentacles, he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants in business. He's good financially and he's a fair and just person. Okay, so you may be dealing with a man who is like this or a woman. Okay, but I do feel it's more masculine energy coming through. But we all have divine masculine and feminine within us. So being firm, not taking any bullshit, and standing in your power, they're saying to tell you. Standing in your power. Treasure chest. Excuse me, I've had a tickly nose throughout and lip. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. So if you think positive and you can move yourself on, for some of you, you could well have, you know, a large sum of money fall into your lap this year, coming to you through whatever means. But for others of you, you know, wealth and abundance isn't just money. It is our wealth and abundance in life. Your thoughts create here. Helpful person. There may be somebody who helps you. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. For others of you, you're not going to know who it is. Somebody is going to help you. Something is going to come in to better your life, whether it's financially or through relationships or friends and family, okay? Connect with nature. Now, we had this for pile 2, I think, and it comes out a lot in my readings as an oracle card, and you think, what boring. Okay, it's not boring. For a start, we need to ground ourselves. So if you took your shoes off and you stood bare feet on the ground, on the grass, on the beach, on the earth, you're grounding yourself. You're reconnecting back to nature. For others of you, and for myself, I don't personally go outside and do that. But if I'm really like in my head with all mental thoughts and I'm like, "Rrr!" Then I say to my husband, right, it's the weekend or whatever, we're going out for a walk, and we go and have a lovely long walk somewhere. It's free. It's either by the seaside. I'm luckily enough where I live, I'm near the coast and I'm near the moors. Beautiful countryside around me wherever I am. So I go for a lovely walk and I come back and I am so re-energized. Guys, you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. It's free. So connecting to nature. For some of you, it can be that you want to be a gardener or a landscaper. I don't know. No, they didn't want me to carry on with them. That's me just picking them up. What other messages, please? I want me to pull one of these. No? Yes? Yes. Okay. Yeah, think about your future. The future. The world is your oyster as well, they're saying. The positive, the star, is all about being optimistic, and positive. They want me to draw one of these. Oh, I've got hiccups now. I've been talking so much. Taking in too much air from rubbing on here. Yeah, let go of the chaos, running around like a headless chicken. Okay, if other people around you are like that, then just let them get on with it, they're saying. Let them get on with it. It's not your world. It's their shit. So, thank you. So let them get on with it. Don't get drawn into it. You can help people, obviously, but don't let it overtake what your life's target, focus is. So let's look at love. So what messages do you have regarding love and relationships for the year 2020 for the viewers who chose pile number 3, please? For some of you, you may be struggling with a partner or with your thoughts. So if it is with a partner, then perhaps it's time for changes, whether with them or without them. For others of you, if you are in perhaps no communication with somebody that you still feel a strong bond to, then, it's just inner struggles you're having with yourself and the Emperor. So 2 things. Yes, this is showing that it is with perhaps your divine masculine, because I know a lot of my viewers are feminines here. But, it can be if you are male or whatever, your counterpart here. But also standing into your own power. He's got the globe here, or is it a crystal ball? Is he seeking wisdom? He knows his wisdom. He knows what he wants in this world. He's got the victory wreath on his head, so he's victorious here. So don't struggle. Stand up for who you are and coming into your power. And your person is doing that as well. You might be with somebody who's controlling, they're telling me here. But is that what you want? Nobody has the right to control another person. For some of you, it may be your person getting out of a situation here that is no longer serving them, but also for you. So it's 2 ways. Either you're perhaps in a situation that's no longer serving you and you feel that others are dominating you or controlling you, or your thoughts are controlling you. For others of you, it's them getting out of a situation. Now, I've had a lot. This is at the end of December 2019 when I'm posting this. So for those of my regulars who follow me, you'll know that I've been saying a lot that Christmas and New Year 2019 is going to be massive for some of us. There's going to be big changes in relationships that will come in 2020. 2020, like I say, is the final show. Oh, it sounds a bit grim saying that. I don't mean it's over. I mean, is the finale. Okay, that's the end as well. Is the showpiece. Not the dress rehearsal. So there's going to be big changes. Yeah, coming into your power. So we've got the Emperor and the Empress. It's all about, you know, let go of these struggles. Let go of them. They're not serving you, my lovelies. You know, have a think. If you need time to think, then have time to think about it. But stop dwelling on negatives. Negatives create negatives. Positives create positives. You can change things. But you have to have done your work as well. That's why you're drawn to readers, whether locally in your area or online here, to help you, to guide you. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So if there is a connection where you're in no communication or you haven't seen somebody for a long time, then more than likely there is that connection. For not all of you. For others of you, coming into your power so that you can meet the one, they're telling me. Romantic feelings. There's romantic feelings still there. Okay, your feelings are real and worth exploring. And wedding. A lot of you will be having commitment this year. Engagements or getting married. For some of you, release your ex, but also releasing those negative energies. Let's have a look at home. Home, they want to say. So what message do you have for the viewers who chose pile number 3 regarding home, please? Home. Okay, the 3 of rods. Now she's looking out here. She's holding on to one rod here, but looking out across the water. So for some of you, you might want to move. This has come out, I think, for all the piles here. Wanting to move, moving overseas, moving area, house. Okay, but she's holding on to that rod. The Ace of Rods still, which is new beginnings, new starts, something you're passionate about. Talking to people, negotiating here. Perhaps you need to save first, putting something aside here. For others of you, you may have been dreaming about this or thinking about it in 2019 or for a couple of years, and now you're going to see the fruits of your labour. It's going to happen in 2020. The show is going to take off here. The premiere is going to premiere. But be strong. It's going to take strength and courage from you as well. Okay, you're going to have to put the work in as well. They're not just going to wave a magic wand and everything's going to be okay. You have to put the work in, but be strong. And Judgment card, you know, the final day, if you like. But also they're telling me here, don't judge yourself, don't judge others. And also don't keep up with the Joneses. They're bringing me in for some reason as well. Just be strong. If you get bored easily, if you're bored of your home environment, then change it. You know, any situation, whether it's relationships within that home, your home overall, the bricks and mortar of it, okay? The Judgment card is before the World card. So it's speaking about, you know, think about what you want as well and change things here. Don't get stuck like this 5 of Swords energy. There's people running away, but they've tied her up. You know, she's stuck in amongst these swords. So don't be stuck. If you want to move, then, you know, you might need to save or sort your finances out. But, you know, work towards this. You can change things. Speak to people. Right, that's that. They're telling me. Leave them alone, they're saying. Bring in one of these. So one last message regarding home environment, please. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. You can change things. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is things destined as well. But it's end of cycles. You know, the wheel turns forward. Onwards and upwards, they're saying. The end of the old, beginning of the new. It's what you make it, my lovelies. So we've done love, we've done work. Let's look at career and finance. Career. and studies, you know, if you're studying. So career, jobs. What message for the viewers who chose pile number 3? The Emperor. So a couple of things with the Emperor. For some of you, there may be a boss who's perhaps got a fiery temper, or a manager, line manager. For others of you, they're saying the world is your oyster regarding a job. Stand in your power. Before I start this one, they're saying, you know, your worthiness, your self-respect and your worthiness. So the Ten of Pentacles here. Now she sat down here. No, she's over here. She sat here thinking about, you know, what can I do? Okay. Still with a rod in her hand here. So in your career, your job, your studies or whatever, think about what you want. What can make you, yourself, more emotionally and financially secure. Don't be pinned down by disappointment. But they're telling me, right, they're telling me a couple of things. For some of you, you may be in a job and something happens and you lose that job and you'll feel disappointed. But don't pin yourself down. It's happened for a reason, because you weren't meant to be in that job anymore. But you can learn from that experience to take forward. We can't change the past. We can only learn from the past. So for some of you, that will happen. For others of you, don't lack in confidence, they're saying. Don't pin yourself down with negative thoughts and beliefs. Okay? You can go for whatever you want in this world, my lovelies. Whatever you want, just change your thoughts from negative to positive. And I don't mean just for a day. It's got to be a new lifetime habit. We're all going to have days where we feel pissed off or low or in a low vibe funk. If you come across one of those days and you see that you're having one of those shitty days, then straight away think of 5 things you're grateful for in your life. Then when you've done your gratitude, turn your thoughts into positives. Any negative thought you have, any negative experience, you can revise it, you can replay it, you can change it. It can all be changed. Things in your life are what you make it. We're only here once, they're saying. Look at him conjuring up here. It's not the Magician, it's the Two of Rods. Looking at what he wants more in life. He's reaching out. So, you know, if you're stuck in a job or something that you're not happy in, then change it. For some of you, the change might come in and force you into another direction. But it's all good, they're saying. It's all good. Let's have one of these. Practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. You might have to study for something else. Travel here. Do some research. Business venture. Okay? All things that you could do. You might set up in your own business. You might go into a job that's more money. You might need to study further so that you can get more money or further yourself. But there is travel. You may need to travel. All different things there. All different things. So we've done love, home. Right, let's look at finances. But I feel that has covered that. So we'll just bring out a few for finances, please. No, they want me to use another deck. Usually happens. Right, the Queen of Pentacles, you know, she's got her money here. She knows what she wants, like the King of Pentacles. You may, like I say, some of you become self-employed this year or set up in partnership with somebody. But don't let pride get in your way, I'm being told. Don't let pride get in your way. There are other things that you will showcase, like she is, because you're proud of them. Okay, you've got talents, you've got skill. So showcase them. Show your worth at work. You know, if you're not being appreciated in one place, then move to somewhere where you will be appreciated. But don't, you know, be strong, they're saying. Be strong. Go forward fearlessly. Onwards and upwards, they're saying. Onwards and upwards here. And then you will have something to celebrate. Okay, then you will be celebrating. Not this Nine of Cups where she's stuck, bored. You know, you're going to have something to celebrate if you put the work in and if you change things. But you've got to be strong here. You've got to be strong. And divine is helping you. The angels and spirits are helping you. So for some of you, it will happen in divine timing, or you'll be guided into a job. You know, you might feel stabbed in the back or let down or disappointed if you lose a job, but that job wasn't right for you. They're saying, you know, you're being led somewhere else. Something else that you'll be more passionate about in whatever direction, and more money. More of the pennies. Right, what other message here? Break free. There you go. Try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. And I always think in this card with the cloud above it looks like an angel guiding this person to break free. Alchemy. You know, you have the Midas touch right now. Remember that chest, treasure chest here. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. I think it was in yours. Yeah, treasure chest. I suddenly thought, oh, might not have been in yours. You know, you have the power. You have the power, my lovelies. Right, they want me to draw one of these cards before we go. What other message, please, for viewers who chose pile number 3 for the 2020? It is going to be a big year, so make it one you're going to love. Right, I've just dropped one on the floor. I'm going to bend down and pick that up. Okay, it's ground yourself. And what were we saying? Connect with nature. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with your divine source. You can meditate, you can go for a walk in nature, you can stand barefoot in nature, but ground yourself. Keep yourself grounded, keep yourself positive, confident and focused, okay? Focused. Right, my lovelies. No, Archangel Michael wants to say something before we go. One last message for the viewers who chose pile number 3, please. Believe and trust. Before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage and confidence. What have I just said? Okay, my lovelies, I will leave that reading with you. I hope it helps. Remember, you know, we've got the whole of 2020 to go. It will happen as and when through the year. Love and light.